Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are doing good. Welcome back to the channel Agriculture Makes Strong. Today let us discuss about nursery techniques. What are the nursery techniques followed in the ornamental crops or the fruit crops? Let us discuss about nursery techniques. First thing about the nursery techniques is first how to establish the nursery. Next step we should take after the establishment of nursery should be management of the nursery, and we should take care of the cost and development of ornamental nursery. And the fourth technique is portrait technique. In this video, we will discuss about establishment of nursery for the fruit crops or the ornamental crops. Before discussing about the establishment of nursery, I want to tell about the nursery. What is the nursery? Nursery nowadays it is useful in the urban areas and the rural areas for the decoration purposes, in the hospitals, backyards, factories, and in the houses and also the rooftops, etc. There is a high quality nurseries which will be useful for the country purpose also in the economic wise. So there should be a demand, and also there is an increase in the demand for the nursery, and we should follow some of the steps and make it quality nursery so that we can get economically commercial purpose through the nursery. So some of the steps for the establishment of nursery are: first we should follow the selection of the site, and how the selection of the site should be, and the product choice, what is the product, and what how the product should be necessarily demanded for the uh, customers, and the method of propagation should be followed in the nursery, and physical program should be followed, and structures, some of the required structures are followed and taken for the establishment of nursery. And we will be discussing about the structures and land preparation. What are the land preparation we should follow for the nursery, and what are the areas we should divide for the nursery, we will be discussing in this video. Here you can see the establishment of nursery, how the structure flowchart has been given, and what are the points are highlighted. You can see here the first point is selection of the site, second is product choice, third is methods of propagation, and physical program and structures and land preparation are included in the establishment of nursery. In the third method, methods of propagation, we are having the tissue culture, raising from the seeds, and vegetative propagation. These three are used in the methods of propagation for the development of the nursery purpose or any kind of the crops. Methods of propagation are followed in three steps: tissue culture or raising from the seeds, or vegetative propagation. And coming to the vegetative propagation, we are having the cutting, layering, and division of separation, grafting, budding. These processes are taken place in the vegetative propagation. As nowadays nurseries are growing, we should take care of the mother plants, and mother plants which are for the vegetative and the seed propagation purposes. These should be taken care, and they should be simultaneously raised for the sale purpose also. And we should follow some of the steps and factors for the establishment of nursery, or like agroclimatic conditions, soil types, soil pH, location, area, irrigation facilities, communication, market demand, availability of germplasm, mother plants, skilled persons. These are the some of the factors which influencing the establishment of the nursery. And coming to the points of nursery establishment techniques, first one is like selection of the site. You should select the site where the marketing places are for the easy transportation, so that you can give the product without damage and get more economically commercial purpose. You can use the nursery. And second point for the selection of the site is like you should have the perennial source of water inside the nursery, so that you can get more uh, nursery without any problem. of water. If needs, some of the tall plants like eucalyptus, anola, seedling mango can be raised so that there will be a protection and also for the necessary shade purpose. And tall plants like eucalyptus you can give uh, protection from the windbreaks. Coming to the product choice. Product choice. What is the demand? What is the product choice? How should you should provide? You should get the product choice means depending upon the market demand nearby your site of the nursery. So you should take a step that what the product should be launched and so that you can get more money. The choice may be dependent on the market studies in desirable areas. Third one is methods of propagation. The plants may be raised from the seeds or by vegetative propagation. The number of structures may be necessary for the raising a nursery. Land preparation, what is the land required for the nursery and for the different purposes of the nursery, what are the lands are required, we will be discussing. And all kinds of waste materials will be removed by, and the land must be leveled properly so that there will be no disturbance in any such conditions of the leveling. Now coming to the vegetative propagation methods of propagation. Cutting, we will see about cutting. In the cutting, the plant pots which are used for the cutting purpose are stems, roots and leaves and modified stems such as tubers, corms and rhizomes, runners and bulbs. This method is very popular because it is cheapest and convenient one, so that it is very popular. And however, in the case of annuals and biannuals, it is very beneficial and also economical. So that some of the examples for the annuals, biannuals and perennials methods examples are grapes, pomegranate, pear, West Indian cherry, passion fruit, lagwort, fasla, fig, kiwi, breadwheat. Now we will see about the layering process. What is the layering process? Here you can observe that it is a method which is inducing the roots in a stem which is still attached to the plant, and after the development of the roots it will be detached from the plant and used for the transplanting purpose. This is called layering, and some of the examples of the layering of herbaceous plants are carnation, chrysanthemum, etc. can be raised by layering. Examples are guava, pomegranate, lemon, West Indian cherry, lychee, coranda, falsa. Let us discuss about division and separation method in the vegetative propagation. What is meant by division method means here the plants which produce the masses of the stems at the ground level, they produce the stems masses at the ground level, each having its own root system, so that they are lifted from the ground and divided into individuals. This is called division. And the separation means the rooted and unrooted parts usually detach themselves on maturity and start or develop as a new individual in the next season. This is called separation. This is the division and the separation method. The examples of the division and separation of vegetative propagation are the plants like chrysanthemum, tuberose, Rosella gentiana, and most of the herbaceous perennials are most propagated easily by division. Bulb hyacinth and crocus are examples of plants that can be propagated by separation. The suckers, rhizomes, tubers, runners, stolons, bulbs, corms, bulbils, etc. are some of the other parts of the plants which are used for vegetative propagation. And examples are banana, you can see the suckers; in pineapple, suckers and slips; in strawberry, runners, slips, etc. In grafting, except the budding, it is not widely used in the horticultural ornamental except in few cases. And some of the types of graftings which are used in ornamental plants are limited to some, and they are in arching, side grafting, splice grafting, saddle grafting, flat grafting, and cleft grafting. Inarching is followed in the propagation of roses in some parts of the country. And for the examples of the method of side grafting followed in some cases of roses or examples are amla and mango, sapota, jack, apple, pear, avocado, West Indian cherry. And coming to the next slide. In ornamental horticulture, budding can be mostly tea budding or shield budding is employed for the propagation. And some of the examples are amla, bear, mandarin, and orange, sweet orange, peach, plum, avocado, lychee, apricot, etc. for the budding in vegetative propagation. Let us see about the tissue culture in the next slide. Number of structures are required for the establishment of a nursery and raising a nursery. To begin with, some of the following structures are to be need to be constructed, and let us see what are the structures. First is workshed, second one polyhouse, store cum office, fencing. Workshed should be half 6 meters and 4.5 meters with thatch roof, which is locally available material with bamboo, wood, etc. And it is constructed at the amount of 6,750 rupees average, and rupees 250 per square meter has been consideration for this purpose. And coming to the polyhouse, what are the requirements and the dimensions of the polyhouse should be like 7 meters into 4 meters dimension with 90 centimeters, and the brick wall should be like 3.6 meter tall rhombus netting with expanded metals, and it can be supported by the local materials like bamboo, wood, planks, etc. And these all should be taken for the construction purpose. And the cost estimated for the house is approximately like rupees 300 per square meter. It is more costlier than the workshed, and the additional lump sum amount of the 2000 may be considered for the construction of the wooden racks, which is necessarily in the polyhouse. And the store cum office, here are the dimensions: 6 meter into 2.5 meters constructed, and it has the cost of 350 square meter. And the fencing, like it has the growth proof fencing, only will be effective for the nursery. If we follow the growth proof fencing, it will be effective for the nursery purpose. And for the model of 0.5 acre area, the amount is like rupees 16,250 rupees, and has been considered as the total cost for the erecting a goat proof fencing around the boundary. So these are the structures which are required for the raising of the nursery, and the dimensions, the cost of how the cost has been taken for the particular structure is mentioned in this slide. In the land preparation, let us see what are the areas we should separate. And the land is very important for the nursery purpose, and the land should be properly leveled, and what are the unnecessary things should be removed. And the land of the nursery is prepared by the ploughing and the cross ploughing. And there are four types. They are divided into lands like area for the mother plants, area for the seed production, area for the raising flower seedlings, and area for the storing of the seedlings on vegetatively propagated perennial plants. This is the topic we have covered about the nursery techniques. In nursery techniques, the first point, establishment of the nursery, has been discussed in this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.